Hey beautiful, welcome to Dr. Sarah's Cafe. This is your Tuesday tarot reading where I unpack the flavor of the week, which this week is joyful companionship, a joyful companionship. So I'll pull a few tarot cards for the collective of individuals who are watching. You lovely souls, you. This is timeless, so whenever you watch, if you're drawn to watch, then I pray the message reach your heart or your mind as needed. And it's for everyone, no particular zodiac sign, no particular life path number, just anyone who feels like they need a message today or was drawn to the title or the thumbnail, whatever your reason is for being here with me today. It is my pleasure to offer you this message. I'm returning to a deck that I haven't used in a while, but you can see from the wear and tear that it's well used. The African tarot deck. So I'm going to shuffle a few more times. I've saged the deck, prepped it, did initial shuffling with it. So this is just extra attuning to your energy specifically. All right, Spirit, what message do we have for the theme of joyful companionship this week for the collective of lovely souls who are watching? Oh, there is construction going on in the building, so apologies if you can hear that. Joyful companionship. What more would you like to tell us about the energy of joyful companionship? The flavor of the week was presented in the weekly refill, which comes out every Sunday. If you haven't seen that yet, I will link to it in the description box below. First card out is the Queen of Discs with the Two of Wands. I want to get more cards out before I say too much about that. Joyful companionship. What additional insights, messages do you have for the theme of joyful companionship for these lovely souls who are watching? And one more, the sun just fell out, sun card, which is lovely. We love to see that. Okay, oops, four more. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups. That's the joyful companionship. That's it right there. Ten of Cups. It is the happy family card. Okay, so we have the Sun, the Eight of Swords with the High Priestess. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. I like these kinds of cards. So let's start off with the Queen of Discs, which fell out first. The Queen of Discs is an earthy person, earth sign, could be an earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be a specific person. It could just represent you or someone in your life who is very grounded, practical, stable, really knows their worth. In this depiction, the Queen of Pentacles is like, yes, I know I'm worthy, right? Like, this is my pentacle. I earned it. I am feeling good. I'm taking care of myself, my household, taking care of my business, right? And she's looking fly in her palazzo pants, you know. So this is a very like actually beautiful person too. In this deck, the beauty of the Queen of Pentacles really comes through to me. And then we have the Sun card, which is full joy, complete optimism, and power and vitality and life force. The Sun card is also things being conscious, right? So it's your conscious awareness of something. I'm going to clarify for additional details. The Eight of Swords, the Eight of Spears in this deck with the High Priestess it's a tightly held secret. That's mainly what I'm getting with this, is that someone has something that maybe is secret to them. It could be cognitive dissonance where they haven't allowed themselves to go into the depths or go beneath the surface level of their awareness to get deeper into their unconscious and subconscious realms. But there is a secret there. There is a message from their higher self, from the High Priestess. There's an intuitive or psychic download that's trying to come through. But with this image here, someone's not really open to it. Someone hasn't opened their mind yet. And so it remains hidden to them. It's like there's some important insight or information that has remained hidden to a person in this situation, or maybe to all parties in this situation. But it's coming from a place of them not being willing to see that information, like not being ready or willing, currently not having the capacity to access that deeper or higher knowledge or information. And this could also be someone who feels like they have to keep a secret. Someone feels like they have no other choice but to suppress and not communicate and not speak the truth. So remember, always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. There's usually some nugget of wisdom that we can take, even if it's not our specific story in a tarot reading. And then we end with the Four of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is on a very practical, mundane level, and I'm not trying to hype anybody up or gas anybody up, but this is like marriage proposal. This is like, will you move in with me? This is like, hey, I want to throw an anniversary party, or we're moving into a new house and we are celebrating a milestone or celebrating the growth and expansion of our family, right? The Four of Wands is home, family, stability, property, also milestone moments in our lives that are worthy of celebration. And the Knight of Cups is a genuine, sincere offer. It is the expression of one's heart, the expression of one's love, affection, creativity. And yes, the Knight of Cups could just be the love, the flow of love in your life. But because our flavor of the week was joyful companionship, we had the Judgment card with the Two of Cups as the tarot card in the weekly refill. This is very clearly a relationship reading in that way. It could be romantic. It could be platonic. This could be a roommate situation, right? So I'm going to say it could play out differently for everyone. But there's also a high possibility that this is a romantic companion for many people. And then the Ten of Cups at the bottom, King of Swords, and the Star. So for some of intemperance beneath that. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, which feels relevant, but I don't want to keep taking cards. Ten of Cups is overall energy of happiness. This is how you know you feel good in their presence. It feels like a wonderful day at the park. You know, you're sitting on blankets, eating your salads and your fresh fruit, and you're surrounded by children playing and, you know, puppies frolicking and the sun shining up ahead and like the water glistening on the river or the lake. This is what Ten of Cups feels like. The King of Spears could be an air sign, masculine person. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But with the Star card, it's very likely to be Aquarian energy. So this is likely to be Aquarian energy, very likely to be. It doesn't have to be, because this is a general reading for whoever is watching on YouTube. And then the Temperance card is that harmony, that sense of harmony, that sense of balance, that sense of emotional reciprocity, where the ebbs and flows of our life are contributing to the overall sense of well-being. Rather than feeling like whitewater rapids, it feels more like a gentle wave. The Temperance is also as within, so without. And so for a lot of you, this situation is reflecting a sense of happiness and joy and contentment that you were already feeling, that you had already been nurturing and cultivating within yourself. And so this is the echo of what's already been happening internally for you. The Seven of Pentacles, I might as well go ahead and take it, right? If we're going to talk about it, says that there's been history, there's been effort here, and there's been an assessment of, has this been good for us? Is this something we want to continue to invest in long term? And given all the other cards present, it's an emphatic yes for whoever this reading is for, whoever this specific message is resonating with. The Seven of Pentacles says that we have history, and it's good history. The work, the investment of time and energy, attention, feelings, resources, money, information, so many things is paying off, right? It's worth it, and it's going to get even better the longer we stay in this thing. Okay, let me start clarifying. What deck do I want to use? I want to use the Rider-Waite-Smith, actually. Okay. I definitely want to know more about this Mother of Discs, this Queen of Discs in the Sun card, as well as this High Priestess with the Eight of Spears. This feels like it could be the hurdle, the obstacle, the challenge in the situation, the tension, right? The conflict. If this were like a story, if I were teaching a creative writing workshop, this would be the conflict in the short story or in the novel. But everything else looks so beautiful. So let's get more detail. Joyful companionship. Okay, please tell us more about the Queen of Discs. And I feel I'm speaking low, like my volume is lower because the walls are very thin in this office building. Queen of Discs, please tell us more about this Queen of Discs and her role in this joyful companionship. Queen of Discs, joyful companionship. Four of Cups. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, listen up. Listen up. Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck. Queen of Pentacles. You are not feeling the love at the moment. So this could be a Queen of Pentacles who might be very content, to be honest, might be very content, might be very well off, might be doing just fine on her own, but she's not aware that there's more available to her. She's not, it's like outside of her awareness, outside of her conscious awareness, that there's more ahead, that the universe wants to offer her more. Okay, but she's focused kind of like on what she already sees and is not cognizant of the fact that there could be more approaching that is yet to be revealed or that is yet to manifest in a observable way at the moment. This is sometimes an emotional rut, feeling kind of blasé, like not really inspired or interested in anything around you or any relationships around you, just kind of being tuned out, being sort of zoned out. And again, I feel like because this is Queen of Pentacles, this is almost like a form of self-care for this Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Discs. It's not that she's necessarily unhappy with her life. It's just she's chosen to focus on certain things and might have decided to cut off or like sort of tune out that part of her life or that part of her consciousness that attracts or is open to like companionship and connection and certain new relationships. Okay. And the Ten of Wands tells me that there's been some exhaustion, to be honest. It's like this Four of Cups is almost like burnout. It could be burnout just in her life in general, in your life and his life, because the Queen is not gender specific when it comes to tarot. It could very well be a man that this applies to, who's showing up with this Queen energy of just kind of feeling good in who they are, yet not allowing themselves to be fully open to even more that the universe could offer them. And it's like they're almost at a point of giving up. Maybe someone is giving up on finding joyful companionship, or not realizing that they've been carrying the burden all alone. Like they've been carrying life all by themselves and not really feeling like they've not had the support to help carry the weight, right? And it's just sort of jaded them a little bit in that one area of life. Again, I'm not getting that this is someone who's like completely devastated and completely just down on their luck with no hope. Like on the surface, like their colleagues, their other friends, their family, they might see them just business as usual. You know, you're doing well, you living your life. But when it comes to finding a helpmate, that companion who can help carry the emotional load as well. This Queen of Pentacles might sort of just be like ready to release it and just like say, you know what, I'm dissatisfied, kind of disappointed with what life has shown me in this area so far, and I'm just kind of over it. She's just over it. Okay. I will say there's the Two of Swords and the Emperor beneath that. The Emperor is usually like the father, husband, companion, partner card, but with the Two of Swords, again, there's this blockage. There's this almost inability, because you have 3 cards now where people are not able to recognize, they're not looking at their surroundings. These 2 are blindfolded. This guy is not blindfolded, but he's also just not looking, right? There's a lack of perception here about what's available. Okay, let's look at this Sun card, please. Tell us more about the Sun card with Joyful Companion, or Joyful Companionship. Ace of Swords. It's so funny that I picked up the Two of Swords to show you 4 of Wands. I mean, doesn't get much happier than that in tarot. So it's almost like this information, this decision is made, this communication. This could be a conversation that really pleases this Queen of Pentacles, that really makes everyone happy. This could be signing the lease on a new place, buying a new home, putting a down payment on a home, signing a contract. The Ace of Swords could definitely be signatures. Could be signing a marriage license for some of you. But it's just a happy home, a really happy home. And it's a happy home that you have chosen. And it feels like a win. It feels like a win to you. I feel like I don't need to spend much time on that because it's just happiness and celebration and joy and clarity and good conversation. Good conversation. Yeah. Really, really good conversation. Like the kind of conversation that just fills you with so much joy and laughter. I'm brought back to a time in my past a few years ago when this combination of cards, this exact combination of cards came out for me when I did an interview. It was very platonic and professional, actually, but it was such a good conversation. It was just a life-giving conversation for both of us. And this was the energy signature that showed up. So add on to that the sun, the freaking sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. This is that much more of a happy conversation. Now, it doesn't have to be a conversation because it could be, all the cards have multiples of meanings in ways that they can manifest in the real world. But that companion, whoever they just are happy and they contribute to the happiness of the union. The joyful companionship is because both individuals know how to generate happiness within themselves and bring that to the table, bring that to the connection. But I do feel like for whoever this reading is truly resonating for, that a significant part of that happy companionship is good conversation. I want to look at the Eight of Spears, High Priestess last, because I feel like that has the most to unpack. So I'm going to go on to this happy ending here because we know overall that things are just like really happy, which is so cool. And then we'll spend the rest of the reading unpacking the challenge, the potential hiccup or hurdle or wrench in the plans. What do you want to tell us about the Four of Wands and the Knight of Cups? Four of Wands, Knight of Cups. Additional details or insights. High Priestess, bottom of the deck. Ten of Swords beneath that. So, High Priestess, bottom of the deck. That's double the High Priestess. We have 3 cards that have repeated themselves. We have the Four of Wands twice. joy, happiness, celebration, happy home, harmonious environments, celebratory milestones, parties, just a good time, right? We have the high priestess repeating herself twice. Secrets revealed, the moon, the unconscious. It's funny that we have a representation of the moon here because we also have the sun out, which means we have the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, the masc and the femme. The high priestess can also be the image of your ideal partner. So for some people, it's the deep, mysterious connection, like the soul connection, like that soulmate connection that you have with someone that sort of transcends typical attractiveness or typical, flirtation. Like there's something deeper about them and about the connection that makes it a special one. But this is, behind the veil. You can really see it here. Behind the veil, also a very feminine card, one of the divine feminine energies in the deck, and the pomegranates and the pillars, and there's just so much symbolism there that I'm not gonna unpack and parse out in this video, but that's amazing. So that, and the two cards that fell out, Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the third card that is repeating. Third card that is repeating, the Knight of Cups. The cups represent emotions. Knights are forward movements. They are offers, actions. So someone's acting on their heart. Someone's acting on their goodwill, their feeling, their affection, potentially making an offer, making an ask, showing and expressing at the very least how they feel, the good feeling that they have for this situation, for this person. Whether you are doing that or both of you are doing that or they're doing it for you. This is the cup of love, the cup of affection, and the knight is marching forward with it and leading with it in many ways, especially in this depiction, like leading heart first. Now with the Eight of Pentacles coming out, this is a companion who is willing to back it up. So they make the offer, but the offer is that much more solid because they have a track record of action, of taking action, of making things happen, of doing, of making the effort, putting in the work to invest in the relationship. So they don't just have the airy-fairy feelings, because that's one of the dangers with the Knight of Cups, is that it's just all fantasy and it all feels good. It all sounds good. It's so nice to think about. But this Eight of Pentacles says that this is someone who does more than just think about it. They do more than just have good conversations. This is someone who will work in proportion to what they feel. They will work, invest in. And this is the next card after the Seven of Pentacles. Remember I said the Seven of Pentacles was relevant because you're deciding, like, are we going to continue to invest in this for the long term? So the fact that the 8 shows up says that this person has said, yes, I'm willing to, I've seen what results we've gotten so far, and I like the results enough to continue making the effort. This is someone who makes the effort. This is not someone who just says, hey, I like you. This is someone who makes a very sincere effort. And with the Eight of Pentacles, because it's a card of mastery, you're not going to see a lot of struggle in their effort making. And what I mean by that is it's not going to be someone that you have to coach very much on how to love you, right? Like they don't necessarily know everything about how to be your companion, but I mean, they're going to have some emotional intelligence that you're not going to have to like correct them on the basic things. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like they will get it. And at the very least, if you ever do have to have conversations about expectations or boundaries or needs and wants, they will get it the first time. They will say, absolutely, gotcha, I'm on it. I love that. Now, I do want to address this 10, because we have the temperance again. And then we have the fool beneath that, the devil, and the sun again. This 10 of Pentacles, maybe that's a psychic slip there. The 10 of Swords says that emphasizes the ending, because the 10 of Cups is also an ending, right? But it's a happy ending. The 10 of Swords is like less than a happy ending, but this is all like fine and dandy and like really happy energy. And so it's definitely not going to be everyone's story this week. It might be a story in the future, but this week, or in the months and like weeks and months ahead, at least one of you might have this play out or see this play out for yourselves, or some version of it, some analogy or similar energies come up, right? In part or in whole. But this 10 of Swords also speaks to like the burden or the pain. Oh, this reminds me, I have something else to clarify. I'm thinking I'm about to end the reading. No, we have to clarify the 8 of Spears with the High Priestess. I'm gonna shuffle again. Oh, that's 26. I thought I was already at 29 minutes. 26. Try to keep these under 30 minutes. Let's clarify the 8 of Spears and the High Priestess, please, because I think this is a mental block. It's not an emotional one. It's more so like someone in their head. Tell me about this 8 of Spears and High Priestess, please. Why is this here? What additional insights can you give us on this energy as it pertains to this situation for the collective of lovely souls who are watching? Okay, there's that 10 of Pentacles. There's that 10 of Pentacles. There's the Queen of Swords, companion to that King of Swords who came out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower, though. I'm laughing because my immediate interpretation is it's almost like this secret bursts out. So someone might be trying to keep a secret, but they're not going to be able to hold it in much longer. They're not able to hold it in much longer. This Tower energy with the Knight of Wands is like, I can't hold it anymore. I have to say something. I have to make the ask, make the offer. This is also like very explosive passion, fiery, very lusty. The Knight of Wands is. I will also say the 8 of Swords is also like a very long-term commitment. With this clarification, I'm also seeing this now as the kind of energy where you only have eyes for this one person. It's like you no longer even feel attraction to other people, whereas you might have before kind of wanted to keep your options open, like kept things casual, or like maybe been in relationships but not been all the way in them. This is like you're so in that you can't see anything but like, I can't see myself with anyone else but you. That's with this clarifying it. This is really the energy of that 8 of Spears, High Priestess. I can't see myself with anyone else but you. It's you or bust. I hope I used that correctly. Oh, okay. So the other thing, so for another version of this energy that's coming through, okay. Someone might suddenly realize how attracted they are to someone. Someone might not have been aware how passionately they felt about a person. And it might come over them all at once. It might hit them all of a sudden, where it's like, oh, what I couldn't even see, what I wasn't allowing myself to witness, was like how much passion and love and how strongly I feel about this person. Okay. I want to get an oracle card, African Goddess Rising oracle card to close us out. We are at 30 minutes now, so. All right. What oracle message will help us close out this reading? What final advice, final confirmation can someone take away with this reading? This is a pretty cool reading. If it is your specific reading, your specific scenario, please let me know in the comments. I like reading tarot cards. I don't often get like these kinds of love readings, but it feels like lately I have been getting more relationship love readings. There we go. Bottom of the deck, Alchemy, Queen Nefertiti, Alchemy, which is nice. And we have Grounding, Sache, Grounding. So this is going to help with the Tower and the Knight of Wands energy. This could run away with itself. This could be a little too intoxicating. It could be a little too like ungrounded. Like you have these very strong emotions, very strong feelings at play, and you want to ground them down. So it's good that this Knight of Cups came out with an Earth card, with a Pentacle card with Earth for that grounding, because we don't have a lot of Earth energy on the table. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Everything else is fire and water and air. So there's not a lot of grounded energy here. So we need to increase the amount of earthy energy in this situation. Stay grounded. Don't lose yourself. Okay, don't lose yourself in the other person. Don't lose yourself in the relationship. Love deeply, love fully, commit deeply, commit fully, but retain your own sense of self, your own groundedness. Okay, so I'll leave you with that, my dears. I hope to see you in another video. Be sure to watch the weekly refill if you haven't seen it yet. And I'm also doing something. I'm doing the tarot readings before I record the weekly refills. So I'm curious to see if that impacts the nature of the refills, having done the tarot reading beforehand. So we'll see. Yeah. But by the time you see this, the refill will be done, recorded, published on Sunday. Take care.
Relight the flame, draw it out.